Welcome back to Pokemon Platinum. We're finally at the Elite Four, but oh wait, rival fight. Because that's kind of what we do now that we have legit champions and not just a rival being that role.
Cool.
Let's
I guess.
see who's more worthy of making the challenge with a battle. Or we could just both make the challenge. You know, there's nothing stopping us from doing that. I mean, if we're gonna fight to see who goes first.
Oh, poor Barry. Oh, you don't stand a chance.
No,
Has he ever? That's the question.
that's also true. To be fair, I do like Staraptor as a Pokemon. At least something.
I've said it before. The stupid hair. that's what gets me about it the most. Actually,
That's fair.
You know, the one of the few Pokemon that they didn't reveal for Sun and Moon was the final evolution of that Pikipek's line, and I was like, okay, I like Pikipek, and I got the evolution. I was like, okay, and then it just evolves into a toucan out of nowhere, and I was like, oh, and which sucks because that apparently as a Pokemon it's pretty good, but
it's just a toucan.
I didn't like I don't know. I'm superficial like that.
I mean,
if I don't like the design, I won't use it.
I mean, it's all well and good to only care about stats in an RPG, but one of the cool things about having all these monsters to choose from is that you can also inject some personal expression into the Pokemon you choose to battle with. And
yeah, but
you know,
I think the thing about it for me was that it's been so long since I've gotten a Pokemon line where I really liked the first one, and then I got to the last one, and I was like, oh. Because, for example, like, a lot of people felt that in Gen 6 with, who's that guy? Chespin. Where a lot of people were like, oh, Chespin is so cute, and then you get to the final form, and they're like, oh my god, what is that? Whereas, you know, I was never really a Chespin person, so it was just like, okay.
well, it is what it is, but
Yeah.
wait.
I'm waiting for Wooloo from Gen 8 to turn into something like really monstrous.
Oh, Wooloo? Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
evolve into, like, the ugliest Pokemon known to mankind, just to dick with people, probably.
Man, this is embarrassing.
Yeah,
But cathartic.
I mean, he's got lower levels than the 8th gym leader, so
You really shouldn't have any problem with him.
yeah, no. It's weird. Gen 4's difficulty curve, like, it has really high highs, but it has a lot of points where it's, you know, normal Pokemon, where it's not, like, it's normal. It's not really all that difficult. So it's just kind of weird in that way because, you know, you'll be going through most of the game without any problem, and then you'll suddenly run into this one part that's just really hard out of nowhere. For me, that was the electric type gym leader because he's a pretty decent level jump, and and if you don't have a ground type with you at that time, you're screwed pretty much. So yeah.
So
Hi, starter.
the DC Brigade is wiping the floor with these no-names, huh?
Basically, yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. Most DC heroes are much stronger than a lot of the other ones, pretty much. Like, I feel like, in general, most other universes tend to try to lower the power scale.
It's not necessarily
more.
that the power scale in Marvel is lower. I mean, the powerful heroes in Marvel are really powerful, but they make better use of the powerful ones and play up the drama of the not so powerful ones more effectively, I would say.
I suppose.
Most of
like
the time. There's a few duds in both categories. But, you know,
Like, I feel like,
comic
well, I
books.
mean, it's not that, like, yeah, well, comic books, yeah, but
Sure.
I feel like not that there aren't, like, ultra mega strong heroes in Marvel, it's just that most of them are either just are obscure, and most of the well-known ones are pretty down to earth when you compare them to, like, to a lot of DC stuff where many of them are basically invincible, you know.
Yeah.
to normal threats. There's a reason why like standard crime fighter is way more common among Marvel heroes than DC heroes, and they have more street level people in general.
Yeah.
And that's because most of them are relatively weak, all things considered.
Mm. Well, it also has to do with that the Marvel universe has been sucked up in X-Men stuff for so long, and X-Men stuff was more about less about being powerful and curb stomping bad guys, and more about social injustice.
Yeah, DC, X-Men stuff. I don't know anything about. I don't know a lot about X-Men because most X-Men stuff I just don't enjoy.
Yeah,
like,
I
it's
get
just
you,
this
but
like. It's like this 40% of the Marvel universe I have no interest in.
yeah,
So
unfortunately,
it's
it's
just
like
always bizarre.
that general neck of the Marvel universe's world, even though they're trying to minimize its direct relevance now because it's not MCU marketable, is
Well, now it is because
well now it is, but the damage has already been done. Damn it, the it influenced the direction of the rest of the world so strongly is the thing, and from you can see that influence in everything from the Avengers to Spider-Man.
I forgot that there was a bug type Elite Four member.
What?
I mean, the champion is a bug user in Gen 5, so
I'm trying.
I mean, that's true.
I'm trying to reconcile these two ideas: bug type, elite trainer. Bug
Yeah.
type.
I mean, there are a lot of good bug Pokemon. It's that most of them are just early game fodder.
Yeah, well, I guess the thing is that I always felt that the element of Alder being a bug type trainer was supposed to be kind of a surprise, and he's not really meant to be a threat anyway. Like, he's supposed to be tough, but also like it makes sense in the context of it because it's just like he's a bug type trainer. What did you expect would happen when N fought him? I guess is also sort of funny, but yeah, I don't know. I also feel like Gen 5 has better bugs than Gen 4. That's just me, you know. Cause,
I mean, kinda, yeah.
I mean, not that Gen 4 doesn't have its share of good bugs, because, like...
I mean, Yanmega's really good.
Yanmega's stats are really good.
Well, that's more what I mean. It's good.
Yeah, it's a good Pokemon. I don't like the way it looks, but its stats are good. Heracross is an all... they have a lot of good bugs from earlier gens, is the thing. I feel like
Yeah.
a lot of the new bugs are kind of lackluster. And what's it? Vespiquen can die in a fire because
It's
of
a pain in the ass.
the
Oh, Scizor, have you seen the clip from at the time I was recording the last Pokemon anime episode?
Oh god, yeah, that
That was hilarious.
Gosleopod's a punk.
I'm gonna confess, I've never liked Scizor's design.
You know what? I can understand that because it's.
I like Scizor a lot though. So
Scyther is a lot cooler.
I can agree with there because it's got like blade arms, whereas Scizor has like lobster claws, which just aren't really as cool.
big meaty claws.
It's the lobster claws and the general iPod techie look of his design that throws me off. Whereas Scizor looks more like a praying mantis.
Yeah, so I think it is just an idea of they wanted to do trade held item
Scyther.
evolutions. Yeah. They wanted to do held item trade evolutions because held items were a new thing and they wanted to make them like special in a way. And the idea behind the metal coat with Scizor and Steelix is that while they traded this metal coat that they were holding like attached to their bodies, like that's the general idea. But the thing I think is that you don't really get a sense of that because it's an 8-bit game and it just seems random that you have to have them hold this one item and then trade, and then they suddenly change into a form that's vastly different from what they used to be. So
It's okay. It's interesting in a single-player context when there are special items that let you, say, promote a character into a different class than they normally would go. I love that kind of stuff in Shining Force because, like, having the option to turn Sarah into a badass martial arts monk instead of just a better healer was always cool to me. But in Pokemon, when you have to not only figure this shit out, but also trade with another game to get it to happen, it just feels excessive to me. Like,
yeah. It's. I feel like most people are just not a big fan of all of the added trade evolutions and trade while holding this item and then also this item, or trade this
holding
Pokemon
the DS upside down.
Yeah, or trade this Pokemon specifically with this other specific Pokemon so that both of them change into something else. Pokemon, I feel like, is not very good with telling players how to do things in game. There's not a lot. I don't think the game ever tells you specifically to trade Scizor holding Metal Coat or Steelix holding Metal Coat.
Think so. Although, what we should be doing is having all the Pokemon take certification so we can have Scyther in a warrior outfit.
Yeah, I've been holding back, trying to say things about Three Houses for the last 5 parts. And you had to go there, didn't you?
Scyther in warrior outfit.
I'm not even on a path where Scyther is recruitable, though.
You guys are certainly saying words.
Yes. Well, here we have our
this
ground
is just
type
Agatha again, not Agatha. Wait,
well,
no.
nicer Agatha.
Yeah, but that's literally the same character design.
I mean, functionally, yeah.
Honestly, it would have been.
Oh, look, a water ground type. Leaves to you.
It would have been more interesting if they had just made, like, literally just brought her back.
And as it blacks out and falls to the floor, you just hear, like, Joker laughing. That derpy smile was adorable, though. What Pokemon was that? I missed the name.
Oh, that was Whiscash. Oh, so fun fact about Whiscash.
Fuck.
What the? Oh yeah. Oh, this is Gliscor, which is one of the new evolutions of Gligar from Gen 2.
It's a flying ground type.
Yeah, which is annoying.
A flying ground type. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't that mean it's like,
it's invulnerable to electric type.
So, it's a flying type that doesn't have flying type weaknesses.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it still does to ice.
Yeah, but I like it when Pokemon do stuff like that. Like, Medicham in Gen 3 is Psychic Fighting, which is a weird type combo you don't see. Like, I like them playing with stuff like that. And they don't really, like, it took them, like, I think, like, what, 6 gens to do a fire water type, and when they did, it was
it's just an event legendary only.
It was an event legendary that didn't like appear ever, so it's like, okay. Like I
want like a fire ice type or something.
Yeah, or like, oh god, I don't think they've really done many psychic dark types, if I remember correctly.
I'm sure there's one. No, Inkay is one.
What the?
Oh yeah, Inkay is one.
What?
But Inkay also doesn't really do anything design
right.
Oh yeah, that's Rhyperior.
Rhyperior.
This is the evolution of Rhydon, and I don't get why people think this thing is cool.
Rhyperior.
I like it.
It just, well, for one, that sprite isn't very flattering because it's like, oh, but it's just I don't like all the extra fluff added on top of it. It's just not something that I don't feel like it's.
It looks like it would have been an original, a cool original design, but some DeviantArt amateur recolored it.
Well, we've got hungry hippos.
Oh, this was another. Gen 4 liked to do things where like the sprites differed a lot for certain stuff, like the one ground water Pokemon where that was like a slug, where like if you caught it in different routes, it had different colors. And I think these guys have different colors depending on gender.
Yeah, gender, I believe.
Which I suppose is neat enough. I don't have anything against that. But, oh, wait, you know what? I actually do have something against that, because you keep on running into that specific Pokemon, Hippowdon, when you're doing the Ultra Space in Gen 7. And since it changes colors, I always get really freaked out about whether or not it's shiny. Because it keeps on changing colors. And I'm like, what color are you supposed to be?
Is that Pride Rock?
Now it is.
It looks like Pride Rock.
I mean, kinda, yeah.
All it's missing is the toilet bowl back that Pride Rock has.
Oh my god, that is a toilet bowl. I've never thought of it that way before, but that's absolutely what it is.
You haven't thought of that before, huh? Okay.
No, Lion
Now
King
now you can't unseen it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't go back to Lion King too much as a kid. Like, it wasn't ever really... How the hell do you have a Fire-type Elite Four member in this game? Like, how?
By using fire types from other games, obviously.
Yeah, but there
Basically,
aren't...
yeah.
Yeah, but they don't have fire types from other games in this game. There's like 3 fire types. That's not enough to full a whole
You've
team.
got Ponyta and Ponyta and Rapidash.
His name is Flint. Do you think he gets his girlfriends off Tinder, or?
Oh, I get it.
Little slower.
Yeah. Yeah.
To think that like I would be the one to outpun Ted at any point in time.
I'm just dense as a rock, so I don't tend to get them. Oh yeah, they had to give him the starter in order to have him have enough fire types to fill his team. Hold on a moment.
Yeah.
I need to look up what his team is in Diamond, Pearl, and
Pearl.
Platinum. Yeah.
I mean, Infernape's a good Pokemon, so you should probably have it.
You want to know why it's a good Pokemon though?
Because it's fast.
Well, no, it's the same exact Pokemon as Blaziken. Like literally, the stats are nearly identical.
It has a better move pool, though.
I believe it does, but it's... Yeah, Diamond and Pearl... Diamond and Pearl, it only has 2 fire types. It has Rapidash and Infernape. The other Pokemon are Steelix, Lopunny, and Drifblim.
What?
Yes, exactly. Like, at least... Okay, he's got a much better team. He's got, like, an actual fire-type team in Platinum, where, like, he has Magmortar, Infernape, and Flareon. So it's, like... And Houndoom, which we saw. But it's just, like... At least with someone like Lance, where, you know, there weren't enough dragon types to fill a full team, the Pokemon he picked kind of looked like dragons to fill out his roster. It's like, what does Lopunny add to your fire type team? How does that fit the theme? I don't get it.
His name is kind of Lopunny, but...
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Yeah. I'm sorry. I regret everything.
No, join us. We have cookies.
That's what I was saying to like everyone in 3 houses a couple weeks ago. They all fell for it.
Seta says, Professor, please stop recruiting everyone from the other houses. It's the Battle of Lion and Eagle, not the Battle of Dedu and Dimitri and what's his name in
Cloud and Hilda versus everyone else.
And Elsa. Yeah.
I didn't get everyone else.
Please cease, Professor. I beg you.
I didn't get everyone else in time for the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, but I did get all the blue lions. So Dimitri was not in a good place.
Wait, why is it only Eagle and Lion when there's a third
Because
one
it's named after the war between the
historical battle.
Yeah, it's named after the historical battle, and that historical battle predates the third country. So, 3 Houses has surprisingly really great world building by Fire Emblem standards.
Yeah, you don't even learn all of it until you do all 3 routes.
You can learn the historical stuff easy enough. You just got to go to the library.
Yeah.
But you don't get a...
There's a lot of nuance about it you don't learn until you do all 3.
Yeah, you don't get like a fully fleshed out view of the 3 countries until you do all 3 routes. It's like whatever route you're on, you're gonna see like the full multifaceted view of that country and only an outsider's view of the other 2.
Yeah, we've done 3 of the Elite Four, so 4th next time.
Yep.
That is how counting works.